Atochin chitab kalenjin logoiwekab emet cheitun en ketesiet nebo KASS TV nesomanun kwane Shadrack Mutai en oret nebo kabarunet ketindoi Naomi Cherotich amaketaunen county nebo Baringo ole kakoistogei en kabeletab ke nebo lewenisiet nemingin nebo ng'echeretab Senate nebo county noton nebo Baringo Gideon Moi. Kayan imandab logoiwechoton sirindet noton nebo chamait nebo KANU George Wanaina nekamwa kole mawendi kokonu candidate chamait noton nebo KANU kosub ak ngalalet nekong'ololjin ak kandoindet nebo chamait nebo UDA President William Ruto en kotab boror en betut noton ko somok kasi anan betutab amut. Kakon musmuset kosiranoton en magetab Gideon Moi kobeljigei ng'echeret nebo Senate ako noton ko en inguni kowendi kobeljingei ng'echeranoton nebo Senate kobun oret noton nebo by-election belindet noton nebo chamaitab UDA Kiprono Cheburet Chemitei ak alak en kandoik chebeljingei boroinoton en chamaisiek alak cheboto choton chebo independent candidates. Bendi kobeligei noton ko nebo UDA Kiprono Cheburet Chemitei ak alak en kabelik mut chekokomongei asikosom boroinoton bo lewenisiet and boroinoton bo Senate en county nebo Baringo. En tai koimuch anan en tai koibokyi kasubik chebo chamaitab KANU Chemitei en noton nesome ng'echeretab senator en county nebo Baringo en chamait nebo UDA noton ko Kiprono Cheburet Chemitei ole kakibokyi inendet en kabarnet ole kayach koboisien ndegeit Chemitei asikomugak koistogei inendet akoisita komosta noton kakimuch kokoitoen baronokyik chebo nomination koityi chamait noton nebo IEBC. Kanyor chamchinet Chemitei noton nebo Senate en kasarta nemiten barak matab bolotet en Baringo. Ole kaimongei akichek alage en kasubik chebo chamaitab KANU kasubik chebo Gideon Moi akonerekyi kakwautiet nekaib kasarta nekoi komait Gideon Moi asikomuch kokoito baronokyik koityi IEBC asikomuch kobeljigei boroinoton.
Unaona vile watu wamengojea. Tumengojea hapa kutoka saa 12 tukingojea Gideon. Na tunataka tuseme kama kuna mtu ama kitu ambaye imefanya Gideon asikuje. Kama ni mtu, tunaomba hiyo mtu aachilie Gideon akuje apeane papers yake. Na kama ni kitu, tunataka tujue ni kitu gani imefanya Gideon asikuje kupeana makaratasi. Kama watu wa Baringo au watoto au wote ni watoto wa Baringo. Gideon na Chemitei ni watoto wa Baringo.
Gideon Moi ni kingpin wetu wa Baringo. Na sisi kama watu wa Baringo tunaangalia mbele. Tunaona ya kwamba baada ya 2027 Mheshimiwa William Ruto ambaye tumekubali ni 2 term akishamaliza yake 2032 kama wakalenjin, kama watuge na Baringo, kama watu wa Baringo tutakuwa na nani mwenye atatushikilia? Yes. Na sisi tumesema ni kwamba tutakuwa na Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi atatushikilia baada ya William Ruto. Kwa sababu hakuna vile tutasema tutangoja mtu mwingine atupange. Yes. Sisi kama watu wa Baringo hatuwezi kubali kupangwa. Yes. Ukiona wale watu nyuma yangu wote, wale wamekuja wote hao lao mapikipiki, hao watu wamejiorganize, wamekuja peke yao. Hakuna mtu amelipa hawa wakakuja. Hao watu wamekuja kwa upendo wa Mheshimiwa Gideon Kipchele Moi.
En kasaratan kokakomongei kibagengeit noton nebo lewenisiet ak kiwatosiek nebo IEBC akamwa chobot icheket kosuldaen lewenisiet neming'in noton nebo by-election noton nebo Senate en county inoton nebo Baringo.
As IEBC, we will enforce the law and the code of conduct, and we will take whatever disciplinary action that is needed, including disbarring some of them from contesting. So we appeal to everyone here in Baringo and of course across the country, in all those areas where we have the by-elections, to observe that electoral code of conduct and to ensure that the elections are conducted in a peaceful atmosphere.
Kuna furaha zaidi that our candidate is now the UDA candidate for Baringo County and is on the route to being the next senator for Baringo. And as I say, the best honor we can give the late Cheptumo is to ensure that we are able to ensure that we return the seat back to UDA and to honor the party that is UDA. Mimi niko na imani sana kwamba hii kiti itarudi kwa UDA. Hakuna wasiwasi wowote, hatuna shaka zozote. Sisi hatuna uhusiano wowote na KANU. Sisi tuko kama UDA hapa. Yule ambaye anataka kushirikiana na UDA atashirikiana wakati wa elections za urais 2027. Tunaomba watu wa Baringo wa wakati sasa, kura zetu zote ziende kwa UDA. Msiwe na shaka, msiwe na kubabaika. Sisi mazungumzo yataendelea mahali pengine, lakini ule mazungumzo tunahitaji kutoka Baringo ni tarehe 27 sisi Novemba tumpigie kura zote zetu ndugu yetu Chemitei katika chama cha UDA. Na ukweli ni kwamba William Ruto atatumia chombo kimoja kwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, ambacho hicho chombo ni UDA.
Noton ko bolatet oleu en inguni en emet. Ngewusingong kabatisiet ole kakomongei board noton anan kakomongei kandoinatet noton nebo KTDA akoesio logoiwek chemwaat kele kotestai koboisien en oret nemonyolu chepkondok choton chenyoru kobun kabatik chebo logoiwek chemwoe kele much komiten kora nametab asoya en KTDA kama iman kele nyolu kochikilgei alake en kandoik chemwoe kole ole mwoe kole alak en icheket konomu factorisiek.
Easy to say there is corruption, very easy, but once we ask you for proof, you find that it's not there. If anybody has any evidence, would ask him actually to report to the necessary agencies. 2, sitting allowances are governed by rules that are already there in the industry. We do not sit and determine how much we are paid in terms of allowances. The industry says it. So whatever allowances are paid in the KTDA ecosystem is based on the industry figures. So there's no those extra allowances. Bureau and Chase Bank funds, the board would like to state the following. These monies will be paid to the farmers with second payments. That is the bonus that will be paid this year, together with the green leaf for the month of September, not later than October 15th, 2025. I wish to state that Katie
bunge wenzetu wawache kuchezea watu wao shere. By the way, hao wetu wenye unawaona hapo ndo wenye viwanda ambavyo vinaiba majani chai ya wakulima wa KTDA. They have just found KTDA to point fingers at. This problem that we have of tea hawking, that Tea Board of Kenya has made sure that it will not end. They are the people who license those manufacturers who have no tea bushes, who now come and hawk and get and poach from our factories. Therefore, our factories cannot operate optimally. These directors from the west of Rift, there's nothing they can do. If you have a capacity of 200,000 kilograms of tea and you only receive 50,000 kilograms, what do you do with the fixed costs? The cost is going to be expensive. So they're talking about cost of production, yet some of those people I have seen there are the owners of those factories.
Kayai kambaget emetab alage en kabatikab chaik en Bureti County nebo Kericho konerekyin icheget bonus chemiten ngweny chekonyor icheget kondochin ogiliot Kipkoech Ngetich komwa kabatioton kole moikochini kasubet ng'alalet noton nebo PS nebo kabatisiet en emoni Dr. Paul Rono nekomwa kole imuch kolany oliet noton nebo chaik yebendi tai kobate kamwa kole nyolu en nguni kolany amun komwa kole kokotestai kochorgei en konekit en oliet nemiten ngweny. Moche icheget koistogei en boisiet anan en boisiet PS noto bo kabatisiet en mwaet kole motindoi naet kotinygei ak kabatisiet mising ko nebo chaik.
Kong'alale kasarta nekayai kambaget akobo aliet nemiten ngwony chebo bonuses en kenyini temik kobun Bureti en county nebo Kericho kondochin ogiliot Kipkoech Ngetich ak Edwin Kimeto konerekyi temichoto sirindet neo en ministry nebo kabatisiet en emoni Dr. Paul Rono en mwaet kole matindoi naet akobo magutikab temikab chaik noton makat keisto inendet en boisiet.
Juzi amekuja hapa ameambia wakulima 2032 kulingana na hesabu yake bonus itakuwa shilingi 100. Wakulima watakuwa wanakula 2025 ama watakula? 2026 school fees italipwa ama haitalipwa? Italipwa. 2027 tunahitaji kukula ama tuli? Tunakula. 28 tunahitaji mbolea ama hatuhitaji? Tunahitaji. Huyo principal secretary ambaye aliteuliwa kimakosa kwa wizara ya kilimo, sisi tunaomba kama wakulima ang'atuliwe kazini na sio siku nyingine. Leo hii aende nyumbani na taarifa ya saa moja kwa sababu ajui analozungumzia, ajui kazi yake.
Karirtan kora temichoton mamiten kergeindo en lipanetab bonus en West of Rift ak East of Rift, kit nekamach KTDA koletit kaimutyonoton asikonyor icheget kelchinoik.
The leading is 32 shillings. And the lowest is 12 shillings. So, this is why we have come out to let the government know that KTDA is discriminating the tea farmers west of Rift.
Mamiten kit nekwalubanji lakwet kochengene 17 mayaman abae log ana ame alubanjini ne log.
Kosubkei ak Kipkoech Ngetich komakat kidetit ng'atutik chetelelchin sekta nebo chaik asikokon kamugetab kila chaik amabun auction nebo Mombasa.
Serikali ya Kenya haina tea policy. Vile tunavyozungumza eti lazima uchukue michai yako iende mpaka Mombasa mnadani inachanganyikiwa sijui na ya private companies sijui ya makampuni gani, alafu kuna mtu ana test na mdomo anatumia salivary glands kutest chai, sema chai ya Kapkatet ni mbaya, chai ya Kianjokoma ni nzuri, chai ya Nyansiongo ni mbaya, anatumia salivary glands. Ifikie serikali kuu kwamba maneno kama hayo ni maneno ya upuzi na hayambatani na katiba na 21st century.
Kosubkei ak temichoton kokotemenen kora boisiet directors chebo KTDA en factorishek chemiten ngwony bonuses ole makat en icheget koistogei en boisiet.
Hawa wakurugenzi tunawapatia siku 7. Ndani ya siku 7 kutoka hapa wao wameng'atuka ofisini. Hatukuchagua hawa wao wakienda show Nakuru. Kama hujaenda show usichaguliwe kuwa director. Hatuwezi chagua hawa wao wakienda Mombasa show. Ati wanalipwa 200,000 per diem kwenda show Mombasa, na wakienda Mombasa wanaenda na suti. Shame, semeni aibu. Aibu.
Kayai kambaget temichoton en taonitab Litein en Bureti ako ofisisiekab Deputy County Commissioner en komasaton nebo Bureti asikokoito rirekwak kole kayamis Deputy County Commissioner nebo Bureti Sabina Mule kole ibe kakwautik en magutichoton.
Sisi hatuna mengi, ilikuwa tuwasikize alafu tuchukue yale ambao mko nayo tupeleke kwa ile ofisi husika. Na vile vile nimesema na tumai naongelesha wanakulima. Unajua unaweza kuwa uko hapa na wewe si mkulima hata una namba na ujuma majani chai na tuna namna gani. Tulisomeshwa na chai. So ni mzuri wakati unatetea haki ya mkulima ukiwa mkulima. Nikuhimiza tu pia.
Kong'eten taonitab Litein en Buretian County nebo Kericho, logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Noton ko Robert Siele, ng'ale manyolu anan kale Kipkoech ng'etich manyolu takeboisien en inguni kutit kenai chaik cheititootin quality. Yekistoege noton ko kakomuch kolumda anan makolo asikomuch konyor kiboitinik chebo Posta Kenya melekwek chekikolenda en kasarta nekoi nebo arawek 6 kosibkei ak kaimutik chebo rabisiek chemotinye kibagengeinoton nebo serikali nebo Posta. En kasarta nekakiboiboenchi World Post Day en taonit neo nebo Nairobi, komwa PS nebo Broadcasting and Telecommunication Stephen Isaboke kole kokoityin koshinet ak kibagengeisiek alak chebo serikali kolipan Posta rabisiek cheyoche ichek asikomuch kosuldaen boisionikwak.
Kikobaurianchi kaimutik chechang Postal Corporation kosubkei ak rabisiek chematinye akoyoche rabisiek chechang kibagengeisiek alak chebo serikali cheboto Huduma Center, kit nekikoyai kotemene kolipan kiboitinik.
Confirm that yes, there has been a challenge, basically a cash flow challenge, in terms of post office actually paying up their obligations, including employee emoluments. But I confirm that the ministry work with the Postal Corporation and in consultation with the government, we've actually then unlocked some of the funding that was actually held, especially owing to the post office, amounting to almost 1.5 billion in terms of the Huduma centers which we are letting the Postal Corporation. And there was an arrangement, but that funding or the funds were actually not flowing through. So that has now been unlocked by intervention by Head of Public Service, and between the two agencies, we expect that Huduma centers, which actually use the Postal Corporation facilities to serve the public, will then pay those dues. And then the plan is that the first charge of sort of a payment will actually be all staff salaries. So we are aligned between the Post Office, Ministry and the government to actually ensure that all those areas are actually cleared, and that is work in progress.
Nganda unako kamwa PS nebo Broadcasting and Telecommunication Stephen Isaboke kole kokong'at serikali kibagengeisiek choto kolipan Posta.
Huduma centers, which were established a couple of years ago, were a concept that actually government wanted all government services at one point, like at one touch point, and that has actually been the post office. So as you know, if you go to any post office across the country, from Nairobi here to any of the rural post offices, you'll actually be able to get your driving license, you get your KRA sort of a payment, or anything that you'll actually like to pay. So that one-touch service point for government continues, and in fact in the new digital era, the post office is probably even more pivotal, because then what we are also doing, some of the post office points will actually be the hubs, digital hubs. So literally, if someone does not have a digital contact, they then go in and they get a computer or a terminal where they're actually able to either communicate or in fact transact whichever service they'll actually like to do.
Boisietab musongnotetab kasari ko agenge eng tetutik keyome koboisie Posta Kenya kosuldae boisionikik.
There is a lot in terms of the strategy to turn around Postal Corporation of Kenya, and the only key aspect that we really want to turn around Post is to automate our products to make sure all of them are available within the automated environment. You must have seen today about our Posta Pay. You must have also seen about Philately. Very soon we are going to see also the transformation in the national digital address that we are going to roll out within the shortest time possible.
Kates Postmaster General John Tanui kole wendi korobe eun ak kibagengeisiek alak asikomuch kosuldae boisionikwak akoityi biikab boror eng nyumnyumindo.
The key success story in the transformation of Postal Corporation of Kenya is to allow strategic partnership within our system to ensure that at least we are able to serve Kenyans together in form of a revenue share model that we are going to push to the public going forward.
Aripotenchini KASS logoiwekab emet eng county nebo Nairobi, kainenyu ko Samson Kurgat.
Kakolumda kampunit noton netinye keret nebo Sanlam, tetutiet nelel nebo Sanlam Plus Pension neimuktechin noton kimuch keboisien en inguni en oret nebo teknolojia anan digital, awendi kotoreti noton missing en konoretab chepkondok chemuch keboisien en kasarta noton nekaiwe kamung'et.
That we are celebrating a defining moment in Sanlam Kenya's transformation journey. One that reflects our growth, one that reflects our innovation agenda, and our unwavering commitment to empowering Kenyans to live with confidence. This change positions us as a stronger, more connected, and a more innovative business. And the platform, Keeper Plus, is a clear step forward in delivering that platform.
We have, for the long time, looked at the retirement plans around Kenyans. We realized that there's a huge gap in savings. It's common knowledge that most Kenyans do retire into old age poverty because of lack of planning. And so as a company, we have decided to sit down, listen to the customers, and say, how do we package and reposition the solutions that we have from the ordinary Kenyan with no limit in terms of minimum contribution. They can set aside some money that can work towards their old age income.
And for us, innovation is actually at the heart of what we do every day. And our focus is to actually make sure that we're building solutions that actually respond to the customer needs. So one of the key things that we've done is to actually create an environment where creatives like myself, people within the learning institutions, can actually begin to explore and experiment with insurance products. So we want to be able to actually capture the younger population, and we're inviting, of course, the Gen Zs to use our sandbox to be able to build, I would say, the future of how pension is distributed. So we build.
Kakikoito kurset koityi chemung'arainik chemiten en taonit nebo Nandi Hills komuch kokimit tililindo ko oret nebo keistoengei mionwogik chemuch koletagei cheibu anan cheireu murindo.
Kaindochi koratab katililetab taonitab Nandi Hills CEO nebo kibagengeitab Kiptapkei Malakwen Mengech nekamwa ine kole kikobit kaimutik eng emet kotinygei ak ng'emetab itonwekab emet.
Mnajua ya kwamba dunia saizi iko na changamoto ya vitu tatu. Moja inaitwa climate change, ya pili inaitwa pollution, hii inafanya tuokote takataka leo, na ya tatu ni nature and biodiversity laws. Ile tunafanyanga katika Kiptapkei huko ni kwamba nature and biodiversity laws tumepunguza forest mpaka chereret monkey amekosa mahali pa kuishi na wanyama wengine, so hiyo tunafanya tukipanda miti. Mambo ya climate change ni kubwa na ni wide, lazima tushughulikie kwa njia zingine mingi. Mambo ya pollution ndio yenye tuko nayo hapa leo.
Karuptenito Julius Ing'oin ine kondochin tililindab boror anan public health eng Nandi Hills nekamwa ine kole tililindo kokirindoi mionwogik cheboto kolera chekonu tabotet eng emet.
Weka mazingira yako katika hali ya usafi ya juu ili tuzuie magonjwa. Kuna magonjwa mengi sana ambayo inatokana na uchafu. Tusi mumesikia Transmara kuna kolera, na kolera inatokana na maji kuchafuliwa. So naomba nyinyi watu wa Nandi Hills sokoni tuimarisha usafi katika hii soko letu.
Kosubkei ak nito kochere CC nebo Nandi Hills Dominic Onyango biikab emet kotestai kokimit tililindo ole kacher ichek kokanapta tililindo eng betut age tugul.
Leo peke yake ni kitu ambayo tumeanza safari kila siku ikuwe namna hii. Sawa sawa? Tusirudi nyuma. Tunataka tukue kama ile inchi nilisema. Okay? Tuangalie usafi kila mahali tuko. Mahali unafanya biashara, angalia your surroundings, mazingira yako mahali unafanya biashara, kwamba iko safi, usitupe takataka kila mahali.
Eng komastanywa koboibochi kakwautienoto bo katililetab taonitab Nandi Hills chemung'arainik cheyoe mung'aret eng taoninoto eng mwaet kole wendi nito kokirindoi kaimutik cheterter.
Kwani tukisafisha mazingira tutakuwa tumesafisha ile hewa ambayo tunategemea sisi wanyama na mimea. Kwa hivyo tukisafisha mazingira tutakuwa tumetengeneza hiyo hewa safi, ndio maisha yataimarika.
Sisi wamama sokoni tunaumianga sana na uchafu. Especially kwa choo. Hiyo ni kitu siwezi sahau kusema. Tunatumia choo mbaya sana huko sokoni. Sisi tunaomba kama mumeanza leo usafi endelee. Tunacongratulate officers wa county wanatusaidia kwa kazi mzuri.
Tuendelee wamama, tuendelee kufanya usafi
Wamama tuendelee kujipanga. Unapokuja mahali kibanda chako kiko, meza yako, safisha, tengeneza vizuri, uonekane smart. Hata ukionekana smart, vitu vyako vinaonekana smart, mtu hata kuacha.
Kong'etege county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbei.
Kotakemiten county nebo Nandi ingeusi polatet ole kakomuch komwa coordinator nebo kibagengeitab lewenisiet ak kiwatoisiet nebo IEBC en Nandi Silas Rotich kole tesetai kibagengeit ak tetutik kotokyingei lewenisiet neming'in nebo warditab Chemundu Kamng'etuny netetat keyai en tarikit 20 ak en arawet nenyone.
Kamwa coordinator nebo kibagengeitab lewenisiet eng emoni nebo IEBC eng county nebo Nandi Silas Rotich kole chobot kibagengeit noto kosuldae lewenisiet eng oret netagunot ako nebo imanda eng lewenisiet neming'in anan by elections chebo warditab Chemundu Kamng'etuny netetat keyai eng tarik 27 arawet nenyone.
Ko tume nebo IEBC ko kichobotin tayari kikindoi returning officer nekikegazeten ak deputy nenyi kong'ete yoto nguno ko kokibarach boisionik chebo presiding officers ak deputies koboto clerks ak biik tugul che kisome nyokotoretech. Ko nguno kitindoi timelines manaji betusiek che nekit wikisiek 2 kekur bichoto nyokeyochi interview tatya kekwei biik cheiku presiding officers ak kitau keyai training. Betutab rani ko kitindoi boisiet nekikure nomination registration of candidates cheko koib kartasisiek asikobit ko clear returning officer koborchigei ng'echeretab ward nebo Chemundu. Ko boisionoto ko katesetai eng yuto bo CITC Kapsabet constituency nebo Chesumei. Ako ng'oliot kityo nekimwochini biikab Chemundu ko wai campaigns eng kalyet kokochi chitugul boroindo komwa ng'alekchi kole moktoi ak weket chetun otile eng tarik 27 arawetab 11 chito neokwechinigei koik kandoindeng'wong.
Eng komostanyi komwa agenge eng biik cheibelchingei ng'echeranotok bo Chemundu Kamng'etuny David Arap Too kole imong'u kole wendi kobelishe ine eng ng'echeranotok ako tinye kayanet kibagengeit nebo IEBC kole wendi kotelelchin lewenisionotok eng oret netagunot.
Kanye kekona certificate eng IEBC ako nito nekakobor kole kimi nguno kebendi kesome kurayang'wang anan kebwone kokwotunwekwok kesome kurayang'wang CA 27 November obirwei kurait biik kyok asikobit nyikaiwok boisionik ko certificate nito neiboru kole kakeku certified anan kakequalifyan eng IEBC. Eng ane angen ale atinye imani anan kayanet ale awendi abelishei eng lewenisioni nyone amu tuguk chekimokyini biik kyok anan boisionik chekimokyini biik ak sera chechok chekitinye ko chemokyingei biik kyok amu kimeche boisionik, kimeche ng'alekab education, health ak ng'alekab beek koityi biik kyok. Mineni IEBC ale nyokwoe boisiet nekararan mutai karon kaech anan yeit betut nekibire kurait angen ale nyokwoiwech haki nenyo achek aspirants tugul ak asom kora ale mutai kebelis chito komat kesich kekwelgei anan kelia kiyan kandoindet nekakekwai asikoiwech boisionik ko Chemundu Kamng'etuny ward.
Kong'ete taonitab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo KASS kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Yekibe komosta noton nebo Metkei kobendi kebaorionjin kabeletab kei neo en ng'echeret noton nebo MCA nebo ward nebo Metkei en lewenisiet neming'in netat keyai en tarikit 27 nebo arawetab 11 nebo kenyini kosubkei ak nekakonyor chamchinet kobeljigei anan kobeljigei ng'echeranoton Edward Kiplimo nebo chamait noton nebo The Equitable Party.
Katach kibagengeitab lewenisiet ak kiwato nebo IEBC kartasisiekab Ruben Tobose eng ketesietab Koshin TTI iwendi koborjingei ng'echeretab MCA nebo
Kong'ololjin sirikab logoiwek kasarta nekanyor certificate kobun IEBC nebo kobeljigei ng'echeretab MCA en ward nebo Metkei komwa Edward Kiplimo kobun chamaitab The Equitable Party kole wendi kosuldoe campaigns chekim en komosatak eng tokyinetab keker kele kanyor kabelisiet eng lewenisiet nemining nebo tarik 27 nebo arawetab 11 nebo kenyini kini kamwa kole maiyani ichek kesimchi kokoitiet chamait age nebo The Equitable Party.
Sahi nimepata clearance from IEBC, sahi niko na certificate. Those who are doubting, let them know now that I have the certificate. I'm going to grassroots levels to campaign. Beginning from this month, I'm arranging myself and I'm going to every village, to every homestead, selling my manifesto and my agendas to the people of Metkei. And we don't want any confrontation from anyone to confront them to vote for whoever candidate they want. We are going to present ourselves. Everybody provide his or a manifesto, and the people of Metkei will decide. Wale walikuwa nafikiria tutakuwa kwa debe kwamba wajipange na wajiandae vizuri. We are going for a very tough contest.
En kasarata ko muafisayat netonondochin tetutikab polotet eng The Equitable Party Pepea Mkanchala kole tinye kamang'unet neo kole wendi kosire kabelisiet chamainoto ole kamach biik en komosata koker kandoinatet nebo chi ama chamaitab polotet.
Tumekuja tumejipanga for this campaign. Na the reason why the Equitable Party imejipanga for this campaign, hatujakuja kushindana na chama chochote kingine. Hatujakuja kuletea wananchi mashindano ya machama. Tumekuja kuletea wananchi mashindano who's the better leader according to them.
Sisi tuliona tunahitaji kiongozi. Hatuhitaji kuona chama. Especially saizi mambo ya kusurutishwa na chama cha UDA hatutakubali kamwe.
En komostanyi komwa returning officer nebo IEBC mornetab Keiyo Murotai Sela Malamba kole tinye chamchinet kabelichoto aengu nebo kotoi campaigns chekwai ole kaikoito kayomiset kole kibendi keyoe lewenisiet en oret nebo imanit ak en oret netogunot.
We had a registration of candidates for the Metkei ward, and we had 2 candidates whom we've registered today. We have Philip Kipruto from UDA and Edward Mengich from the Equitable Party of Kenya. And from now, the ones we've already registered, they are free to start their campaigns.
Kibendi en inguni kebaurienjin kabelisiet neo en kwenutab Edward Kiplimo nebo The Equitable Party ak Philip Kipruto nebo chamaitab UDA en lewenisiet nemining nebo arawet nenyoni en ward noto bo Metkei. Kong'ete Metkei en county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo KASS TV, kaninyu ko Timothy Kiplimo.
Takomiten ng'weny mising siretab ke en kwenutab birikab kura anan en kwenutab biikab emet koik birikab kura chelelachen en county nebo Uasin Gishu ole kokomuch kosirgei biik 297 ak biik 50 chokosirgei kobun komosta nebo Tarbo.
Katachi pakengetab lewenisiet akiwato nebo IEBC kartashiekab Ruben Tobose eng ketesietab Koshin TTI iwendi koborchinkei ng'echeretab MCA nebo Tembelio kobun chamaitab UDA ole kakichikil akikochi chomchinetab kobeljigei ng'echeranotok kosubkei ak returning officer nebo IEBC kobun county nebo Uasin Gishu Irene Mutai kwa akoi nguni ko aspirant agenge kityo nekokomuch koitit tatainywa kunotok kotogu kowisisitu boisienywa.
And today we are here at Koshin Technical Institute having the nominations for the by-elections for the MCA position, and so far we have received one aspirant for UDA party. We hope we'll get another aspirant, and across the country we are busy with the registration of new voters, and so far in Uasin Gishu the turnout is a bit low, and we are really appealing to the Gen Zs, the young generations, and the people who don't have election cards then to come out in large numbers and take the registration.
Kanyo ibetutab raini sasom clearance nebunu IEBC akon kabaibachi lakatestai tai ngalekab clearance akinyoru support ya kutosha from IEBC akon amwani kongoi wakaaji chebo Tembelio amun kibirwa kura eng nominations chekibo UDA nenguni ai agenge nabo chamaitab UDA na flag bearer akon amwae asame alen ongetestai tugul ngebo agenge keker kele tarik 27 November obirwa kura Ruben Arap Tobosei sikosikyenye kekuri boisionikab Tembelio kwa batai.
Kwa ukweli safari haikuwa rahisi, lakini tunashukuru chama cha UDA kwa sababu elections ilikuwa free, fair and credible, na tunasema ni asante ni kwa ajili ya rais wetu.
Kosubkei ak siretab ke nebo birikab kura chelelachen kotakomite ng'ony mising biik chotok chokomuch kosirgei eng county noto nebo Uasin Gishu ole akoi nguni ko biik 297 chokosirgei komitei biik 50 kityo kobun komosta noto nebo Tarbo.
So far we have registered 297 as at week 3, but we are hopeful that we're going to get more registrations.
Asama karanga Longetab kiale siaga tugul notomo katil kura. Vijana wenzangu asama Longetab chonginda ketil kurait amun akine ngwong ketil kurayat. Ingune kutegemi ngwony ako kisama kele ongemang'ung chonginda kabisa.
Vijana wetu wale ambao wanajiita Gen Z, tafadhali tusikae nyumbani. Kesho tuweze kufanya ile kitu inaitwa registration, tuweze kuchukua kura ili hiyo kura itusaidie 2027. Kwa sababu tunataka kwenda kupiga huyo mtu ambaye anatusumbua anaitwa Mnyoro. Tunataka kuonge 100% aende nyumbani na tuende 2 term. Kwa sababu sisi ni watu wa 2 term.
Some afisa chotok pikap emet chetomo kosirgei komonge ak kosirgei koik pirikap kura.
Nataka kusema asante sana IEBC kwa siku ya leo kwa kazi ambayo mmefanya. Kazi ambayo ni nzuri sana. Our candidate Ruben Tobosei amekuwa cleared leo in a broad day light wakati jua imewaka, na wakasema yeye anaweza kupeperusha bendera ya UDA. Tuko na imani ya huyu ndume kwamba ataenda kufanya ile kazi nzuri ya tembelio na atatembeza bendera ya UDA juu na juu zaidi.
Kong'eteke taunetab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Isaac Kogei yekistoegei noton kebendi awe county nebo Bomet komosta nebo Makimeny ole kaibet malik chebo aliet netomo kenai chemung'ar cheyoe icheket mung'aret en siretab Makimeny nemiten en sub county nebo Chepalongo en county nebo Bomet yekongobit nyasutietab maat nekotoigei en koskoleng'utab betutab amut.
Koityi nyasutietab maat akobel dukosiek cheite 40 en lang'atutab amut en taonitab Makimeny nemiten en sub-county nebo Chepalongo. Kosubkei ak chemung'arainikab taoninoton kokibwotyin kokoire maat koimutietab sitimet.
Nome mai kemiten ko kolele lakwet yaiwon omwokole kany aker kot aboroker kokakomos maat kobun batai. Mokisoru kiyai nebo manai, lakini ndoker ko kit nekonome ko postitab stimet nekomi yu. Ko notok kiakolul kole okimokere kotekeni ak sitimet nebaya nia. Ko nguni ndong'olole komomi o lakwenyun ineni mowo sukul. Kololyo ngoroikab lakwet tugul koboto chechuk momi kit notinye okot agenge. Ako biik ot ngandan kirire ko kiwana biashara. Ko neany biik chebo korik any icheket any. Amun is kotam kobore nechakeche.
Bile barabet chama nebo taoninito ko en ireyu among'u ale koin mai en tonekit saa 2 akonam mai akololyo tuguk tugul chekomi korik momi kit nekokisor ak yeityo kobar kit ngunon seretet nemi yu kololyo tugukab biik tugul chechang.
Ak kounoton kotom kenai alyetab malik chekokibet ak momi nekonyor kakotonosiek. Karirtaen ichek serikalitab county nebo Bomet en kit nekamwa kole koib kasarta kochut yoton.
Karit nekochine komayamat kelele momi beek. Boisietab serikali kone nebo county. Kalya kokele mole kaikai kemachen Kericho Bomet koik agenge. Sikobit koik agenge management nebo disaster management. Bomet tuguk kengemwaite kikoite no quick attention. Mami. Kalya makimenyini makimenyini ako mamakengi serikali. Nokame kora ng'alekab town planning. Kimache kobit kobwa chombo town planning konyo kokonech kora plan nebo Makimeny mamiten in order.
Kasom ichek kandoik kokochi toretet ichek kosubkei ak nemami kiy age tugul nekokisor.
Yanetab taonini kotononona. En kololyo tuguk chetomo kenai kele tiana nekikolal tuguk chechang kokonech hasara neo amun kotam komet agetugul ireu. So en serikali kesome kotoretech en kiy agetugul amun makitindoi namba.
Kong'eten county nebo Bomet logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyu ko Festus Rono.
Kasir kabelisiet en betutab raini timit nebo Harambee Stars nebo golit agenge en buch kourereni ak timit Burundi en qualifiers chebo World Cup.
Yes, sir. Come on, quick. Up, quick. Come on, punch for. Yes, anakamka.
Ni big achievement juu kuchezea the Harambee Starlets sio rahisi. Kuna wengi wanatamani kuvaa ile flag ya Kenya, but it's not easy. For me, I just thank God, na mimi naweza waambia tu keep on pushing. Ikwangi rahisi, lazima ufight. Goalkeeper is a fun. Most of the time una enjoy. Sometimes people think maybe ni hard kwetu, but we enjoy doing what we do. Yeah.
Kwa majina ni Vivian Shionzo, Kibera Soka goalkeeper. I'm so happy na nimekuja hapa kurepresent nchi yangu na familia yangu, then na mimi mwenyewe. Yeah, so niko tu happy na tuko ready kucheza hiyo AFCON, na I think hatutawaangusha wananchi. Yeah, tuko ready kufight. Camp mood iko poa, naona watu wako na umoja. Yeah, tuko na ile umoja. Yeah. Kenya napenda most about goalkeeper ni the way I play. Watu wanapenda venye nacheza.
Agera logoyat nigenyor wenyan koba timit nebo Harambee Starlets ako mabo Harambee Stars. Akot kunoton ko choton ko logoiwekab emet koboto choton chebo ureriosiek chekaitun en ketesiet nebo KASS TV nekasomanun kwane Shadrack Mutai kakimiten en oret nebo kabarunet ak Naomi Cherotich. Amakut kait tugul nemie ichopchinigei betut noton nebo Mazingira Day en betutab Mutai nemwa kele iwege gaa akiwege sukulit nekisoman nebo primary ak ikol logoek oret agenge nebo itoret konyorchigei lagok chemi sukul logoek asikomuch kekirinda mionwogik konyor chametabgei nebo borto. Amakut kait tugul nemie.